Jill Duggar Dillard is back with new updates online. She's been keeping her followers in touch about their lives. After a quick break on social media, Jill is known for being one of Jim Bob and Michelle's rebellious kids. She's been openly against the IBLP's teachings. Jill has also been estranged from her parents for quite some time, but many were surprised when she paid her father a heartbreaking tribute for a special day. Keep reading to see her post. Jill's relationship with Jim Bob began to deteriorate after she and Derek left the show. The two later accused Jim Bob of not giving them their proper pay. The Counting on alums have participated in interviews where they revealed that Jim Bob has lied about the family's income from the reality show, which could put him in trouble with the IRS. Numerous sources have also claimed that Jim Bob has been furious about Jill and Derek. But Jill's latest post about her dad tells a different story. Jill Duggar Dillard recently took to IG to share a heartwarming Father's Day message for her husband Derek. According to the Counting On alum, she's so proud of what Derek has achieved in life, and she will always enjoy watching him love their kids. But what caught the attention of many was Jill's message for her father, Jim Bob. She thanked her father for giving them so much love and time when they were still kids, saying that he would often bring them on memorable trips. Jill recalled some of her activities with her dad, such as bike rides, work days at the car lot, meals of cold butter beans with ketchup, and barbecue tuna fish sandwiches. Jill also included her father-in-law in her post, thanking him for raising a wonderful son. Many fans were also left in awe by Jill's message. "What a great tribute, and I love your floral dress in your family photos. Where is it from?" For Jill and her dad Jim Bob, "I remember the Jim Baba barbecue sandwich. Beautiful glimpses of the healing power of Jesus. Love to see it. Beautiful family. Happy Father's Day, Derek." Aside from Jim Bob, Jill Duggar Dillard has also been thriving in her relationship with her mother, Michelle. The two have reunited multiple times over the past few months. Michelle and her younger kids would often visit the older girls. Last month, Jill spent some time with her mother along with some of her sisters to celebrate her birthday. They went shopping and ate at a restaurant. Many Counting On fans were also surprised to see how big Josie has become. OMG, Josie, look at this beautiful young lady. You all are beautiful, but the baby is a lady. So nice to see you hanging out with your mom and sisters. Jill, you are a gracious, precious, forgiving woman. You inspire me. In a move that left fans stunned and the internet abuzz, Jill Duggar Dillard has shared a tribute to her father, Jim Bob Duggar, and it wasn't what anyone expected. After years of strained relations, public distance, and raw honesty in interviews in her memoir, Jill's latest message to her father is both jarring and oddly touching, layered with emotion, maturity, and a tinge of unresolved tension. Jill, 33, the fourth child of the once ubiquitous Duggar clan, made famous by the TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, and Counting On, has long stood apart from her sprawling family. In recent years, she and her husband, Derek Dillard, have distanced themselves from the Duggar household and its often controversial patriarch, citing concerns over control, money, and the deep scars of growing up under intense religious and media scrutiny. But on Father's Day this year, Jill posted a carousel of old photographs on Instagram, ones fans hadn't seen before, and alongside them a caption that read, "To the man who shaped so much of who I am today, this one's for you. Our relationship has been complicated, painful, and messy, but also human, and I'm learning that healing doesn't always mean erasing what was. It can mean honoring the roots even as you grow in your own direction." What followed was a heartfelt reflection that peeled back the layers of Jill's complex emotional journey, not to glorify but to acknowledge. A trip down memory lane with a twist. The photos began innocently enough, a young Jill with pigtails and braces grinning beside Jim Bob in a modest kitchen with wood-paneled walls, a father-daughter dance at a local church function, a blurry snapshot of Jim Bob helping Jill ride a bike, his signature grin visible even in pixelated form. The accompanying captions were what truly grabbed attention. "You taught me how to ride without training wheels in more ways than one. Your work ethic was relentless, and maybe that's where I get mine. I remember you waking before sunrise for real estate meetings, then coming home to coach us through Bible verses. Sometimes I wish those moments weren't so scripted, but they were still ours." Fans were floored. Was this a peace offering, a reconciliation, or something else entirely? A long history of distance and discovery. The context here is important. Jill's break from the Duggar family wasn't sudden, nor was it quiet. Over the past few years, she has spoken candidly about her decision to step away, including the couple's controversial exit from the show Counting On, their legal battle for compensation, and her revelations in the memoir Counting the Cost, which detailed the emotional toll of growing up in a household that often prioritized appearances over authenticity. She also alluded to the trauma surrounding her brother Josh Duggar's crimes and how her father's choices impacted her healing process. Jill and Derek's journey towards autonomy, marked by therapy, boundaries, and new beginnings, stood in contrast to the Duggars' culture of obedience and silence. It made this Father's Day tribute feel like a wild curveball. But for those who read between the lines, it wasn't quite forgiveness. It was recognition. The internet reacts. Is this growth or gaslighting? Within minutes, the comment section was divided. Some fans applauded Jill for taking the high road. This shows such grace and maturity. You don't excuse the pain, but you still honor the human behind it. That takes courage. One follower wrote. Others were skeptical. This feels off. After everything she said about her father, this feels like pressure to conform, like she's being guilted into making peace. There were also those who wondered if this was part of a bigger shift. Maybe a slow move towards rebuilding a bridge, or at least stabilizing it. Healing is messy. Maybe this is a step forward, or just a moment of clarity in a lifelong process. What Jill really meant behind the words. A few hours after her original post went viral, Jill added to her Instagram story with a quote from Brené Brown, "Clear is kind, unclear is unkind. Boundaries are not a wall. They are the distance at which I can love you and me simultaneously." She also added, "Some things are best left between the lines. I stand by my truth always, but I'm also allowed to have soft memories in a hard story." That felt like a mic drop. Jim Bob responds, kind of. Though the patriarch of the Duggar family has rarely spoken publicly about Jill's departure, an uncharacteristically warm post from the Duggar family's official Facebook page appeared later that day. "Grateful today for each of our children, the memories we've made, and the love that endures through every season. Thank you, Jill, for your words." Cryptic, absolutely. But for Duggar watchers, it was a subtle nod. Perhaps the beginning of a thaw in what's been a very frosty chapter. Why this tribute matters. In the world of celebrity families, public statements often feel scripted, performative, or empty. But Jill's message landed differently. It felt real, not because it resolved anything, but because it didn't try to. Instead of a saccharine, sanitized Father's Day post, Jill offered something honest. A testimony of love complicated by disappointment. A picture of a daughter who has spent years reckoning with her past, not to burn bridges, but to understand where they led. This wasn't about forgiving everything or forgetting what hurt. It was about reclaiming a voice, about saying, "This happened."